Hey, Catherine, so talk to us about converting leads. Tell me one or a couple of tactics or strategies that will help bring in new patients and help us better utilize our websites.
Thank you so much for asking. This is a great question. A lot of dentists reach out to me and say, hey, I spend money on Google ads. I spend money on a search engine optimization help. What's happening? I'm not getting enough new patients. I am not getting enough return on my investment. Today, I will describe 5 tips that can help you to increase your conversions by 40-60% fast. You can apply those 5 tips, and in a matter of 1 week, you can have a higher conversions of patients that checking out your websites to those patients actually visiting your office. So what it is, let's get to it. How do we get so successful so quickly, and what can we do? Step number 1 is actually to engage with our patients. We have to have a clear proposition that differentiates us from our competitors. Everybody offers general dentistry. Everybody offers Invisalign, cosmetic dentistry, and many other services. But when we talk about clear proposition, you have to spell it out to potential patients. What do you do differently? What makes you different from your competitors? You have to have what we call a lead magnet message. You know that message works to attract patients, and then you put that message on your website, on your Google pages, and everywhere online. I want to use an example of a lead message that works really well for one of my practices. And it's a simple message, it's a simple picture, but for us, it is what we consider a lead magnet message. The patients respond to this message really well. And this is our value proposition to them. And patients, after seeing this message, do choose our website over other competitors. Step number 2, create a clickable title. For example, I took a screenshot of how many patients out there today put in a search engine, dentist near me. Tons and tons of prospective patients put that search term looking for a new dentist every single day. If you look at the difference, you can see that I have 2 examples here. And your value proposition should be mentioned in a title and in meta description. This piece of information should be like a mini commercial for your practice. When potential patients do check and look for a dentist, they will quickly see which one has a better proposition or which one has a better title, better call to action, and then they will click on that. In my mind, this one had a better call to action and better proposition. So I clicked on that. To my surprise, this practice had a wonderful meta description and a title description. But when I clicked on that, it's actually had a lot of things done well, but that had a lot of things that still would not convert this page really well. What it means that patients may have chosen to click on this page, but when they click on that page and come to the landing page, they may not choose that office. So what is it? What do we look for? That's what we call high converting landing pages, a lot of front pages. So what does it mean? If we can simplify it, again, your landing page should have a clear proposition. What makes you different from your competitors or any other dentist out there? There is something that you do differently. There is something that you do well. There is something that you're passionate about. Put it on. Make it your story. Make it your value proposition. Put it on your landing page. And another thing on your landing page, you want to have not just a value proposition. You want to have what we call a lead magnet picture to engage interest right away. For example, one of my cosmetic dentists loves to do cosmetic dentistry, and that's what she wants to do. So obviously on our landing page, we make it very clear that she loves cosmetic dentistry, and we use pictures that will make patients to connect to that message right away and helps them to see that we do cosmetic dentistries. We use pictures that create that feeling and support our value proposition quickly. Another steps that you can do on your landing page is to create a video welcoming patients. Creating a video is a great idea. Lots of people don't want to read. They don't want to read. So creating a video that is simple, and again, where a dentist welcomes the patient and talks about his or her value proposition to prospective patients is wonderful. That's wonderful. And then another thing you can do to increase how many patients call your office after checking your website is adding a chat box or use an online scheduling. A lot of patients don't actually want to call our office. They want to schedule an appointment right there, right away. So adding online scheduling is fabulous. So, and another thing you should have on a landing page is a social proof or via testimonials and logos or organizations you belong to. That will give you credibility and gains the trust from prospective patients. And another thing that you can do is to have services that you want to promote or that you want to offer to your patients clearly listed on your landing page. For example, if you want to do clear braces, you want to have a section about clear braces. And when patients click about clear braces, you will have a page that has amazing information and answers a lot of commonly asked questions. So if you want to promote a certain service, you want to make sure you make it clear on your landing page that you do offer those services. And when patients click on that link, your page is absolutely amazing. It needs to have a lot of information, links to your YouTube, commonly answered questions, and just everything for the patients to see that you're an expert in offering this service. And one thing that is new to the industry, but it really helps to have it on your website, is a chat box that answers commonly asked questions. It is really important to have schedule now so patients can schedule after hours or maybe when your team cannot answer phone calls. Saying that, that's moving on to the step number 4, answering calls. For example, the patient may not choose to do online scheduling. They may want to call your office. Answering phone calls is very important. So your voicemail should offer potential prospective patients to schedule online 24/7 or even an option to text your office. So offering online scheduling and making sure your phone calls are not missed is very important because you did spend money on marketing and now you're trying to convert those prospective patients to real patients. So answering those phone calls and allowing patients to schedule right away is very important. And the final step is, to your surprise, the biggest return on any marketing campaign is actually mentoring people to deliver your value proposition message. And that's the hardest part of a marketing, in my opinion, because once a patient makes that first interaction with your office, and maybe they will text you or call you or email you, they will start looking for every interaction to evaluate if your value proposition is really delivered. So it's really important to have a well-trained team, a team that delivers the message that you're trying to tell to prospective patients. And once the patient is choosing you, it's very important that your team backs up all of your marketing campaigns and all of the messages that you have out there to attract those patients. I spend a lot of time on marketing, but I also spend a lot of time on mentoring people, as I believe it's an integral part of that marketing and increasing my conversion rates from prospective patients to actually patients coming to their office. And in my offices, I give them a certificate of completion, business training program. And I know that by doing so, my conversion rates will be really high from patients checking out a website to actually coming to see us for that first appointment. And that's my 5 tips to increase your conversion rates and to make sure that you spend money on marketing and ads give you the highest return on your investment.
I like that, Kathryn. On the certificate of completion for the business training program, you give this to your employee. Like, is there like a whole curriculum or?
Yes. Yes. And it goes along with my marketing campaign. It goes with my value proposition to potential patients. So, because a lot of times, and you know it, Michael, as well, if you ever see marketing campaign and you really get excited about checking out a place or maybe restaurant, and then you go see that business. And if you have a team that is poorly trained or not trained, you obviously feel cheated. You may feel a little cheated and disappointed. But if you excited about checking out a business and then you combine that excitement with actually great positive experience and visiting that business, you will become a return client. And I always say we don't make money on a first appointment. We make money on a second and a third appointment. So we really want to have a high conversion rates, not just from a website visitors to real patients, but we really want to high conversion rates from that first initial visit to becoming a loyal, well-paying patient that shows up to all of the appointments. But that's a different podcast. That's a different
Yeah. No, that's interesting. That's going to be really, really good to talk about that. But awesome, Kathryn. And guys, for everybody listening on the podcast, if you can, please scroll all the way down to the show notes where you see the video version of this, because it's slides. It's a PowerPoint. So, I mean, you're able to see everything Kathryn has been talking about, the images and everything like that, the website she was discussing. And Kathryn, if anybody wanted to reach out to you, if they have any questions or concerns, where can they find you?
And I'm going to share the notes as well, because I thought it would be very important to follow the notes and see the pictures and links and what I talked about today. But if somebody wants to reach out to me, they can find me on LinkedIn. They can email me as well, and I will have that information as well. So that's very easy to find me.
Awesome. So guys, that's also going to be in the show notes below as well. So Kathryn, thank you for being with me on this Monday morning marketing episode.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, Michael, for this opportunity.